With JJK finally put to rest, it's time for a retrospective. And one thing I want to focus on specifically is Yuji. There is a lot to complain about in JJK, but this video is just about Yuji alone. But mainly his bag, and how he was shackled by his own series. Man, Yuji's bag of fighting potential was one of the series' main selling points. From theories and ideas, how strong Yuji is, his power level, his potential, where the story's gonna take, and the fights he's gonna get into or get out of. From the first time he fought Mahito to when he fought in the exams, facing off against not only other sorcerers who are out for blood, but also one of the disaster curses, Malevolent Rosebush. Everyone was gunning for him, and he has to throw hands with all of them. But he had the speed, the skills, and the fist to do it. Even going off and breaking the current record for most black flashes in a row. At that point in time, and he was barely into Jujutsu Sorcery. It was all in one piece. And with his player 2 on his side, Awestruck-San, a grade 1 sorcerer almost the same as Yuji, but with his own curse technique, Boogie Woogie. A curse technique that allows him to swap places with someone or something as long as curse energy is involved. And with Todo, the perfect duo was born, because now Yuji had the mix. And with Todo being this demon of passion, a brother from another mother, himself Yuji's hype man. Making hype fights more hype. But Yuji still needed his own signature move and he would be set. And then Divergent Fist, a punch technique just for Yuji. And what time Yuji was being called just a punch merchant with no bag. But he finally got the bag. Even if it still involved punching. But a win is a win. Divergent Fist, a move born out of Yuji's lack of curse energy control, was a signature move. This move, that instead of a punch with curse energy hitting the mark at the same time, but because of the combination of Yuji's gifted physique with his inexperience, caused a delay in the impact from his fist hitting and the curse energy striking, basically making it hit twice. Like Sagara Sanosuke's Futawari no Kawami. But this move, because Yuji had no control over it, we thought would eventually disappear once he got more experience in using curse energy, and just seemed like a one-time fluke. But no, it would actually become a weapon in Yuji's arsenal. But the move was held down close to the chest. Like a clenched asshole, this move had potential to be busted and should have been abused. This move should have been maliciously abused, like the Sharingan, or hoard out like Naruto's Rasengan, coming in different flavors. Which is the same for most MCs of Showdown. Dragon Ball, Yu Hakusho, Bleach, they all have a signature move for the MC that they can spam the hell out of. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, which is perfect for this. But it's funny, because it could have been a potentially broken move, or at the very least, very versatile. But then characters like Gojo or Mahito exist. One with an infinity barrier and the other Mahito, a villain who seemingly can only be permanently beaten by the main character because of his special curse technique, Idol Transfiguration, that allows him to control the shape of his soul. Basically making any physical damage, cursed or otherwise, pointless unless it hits his soul. Something at this point in time only Yuji has been seen to do or been able to do, because Yuji is literally like his only counter at this point in the story, his natural enemy. Yuji uses this move so rarely that it wasn't until the final moment fighting against Mahito did the move come out again. But because of sheer desperation, the move is so rare, even the audience forgot Yuji had it. Then we get to the end of the Culling Games, with the final showdown with Sukuna versus JJK. The final countdown. Everything is on the line. And Sukuna showing us why he's called the King of Curses, and proving to everyone he's not a fraud and just built different. This fight really pushed Yuji out of his shell to grow into the jutsu sorcerer he was meant to be, pushing him and everyone to their very limits and growing mid-fight. Even the story gave Yuji his glaive. For the moment Yuji stands have all been waiting for when Yuji would once again show why he was the MC of his series. Even the narrator was giving Yuji his shine for his final evolution and for mastering Divergent Fist. And the timing couldn't be more perfect, because we were seeing Yuji face off against Sukuna, and both Yuji and Sukuna were throwing out black fascists back to back, like they were going band for band. But instead of finally seeing Yuji go a few rounds with the King of Curses roaming Sukuna with his new mix, something every fan has been looking forward to since the day he got mocked, after all the taunts and insults, the moment we were all waiting for, the day when Yuji would get his get back, we get robbed. Not only does Gege decide he wants to glaze Sukuna a few more chapters, he makes Yuji lose his shining moment for a dud one, but also shackles the MC, but not only holding down his Divergent Fist as if it's a level 3 super, but only used it as another parallel with the time when he fought against Mahito and won the same way. I love parallel and symbolism JJK as much as the next guy, but this should have been completely different. Sometimes a battle shonen needs to have its moments to just be a battle shonen, and I feel this is one of the few moments Gege dropped the ball on. Instead of having one really good normal with mix-up potential that is completely unique to Yuji, Gege decides to just Frankenstein Yuji with lesser copies of other abilities, some not even to their full potential or even used differently. On top of that, Yuji get these power-ups all at once at the last minute of the final hour. Yuji's last minute growth near the end is one of the series' final arc weak points. We were already being shown the signs of Yuji's strength and potential, so the power-ups should have come out more slowly. While I still think the final arc is great and has one of the best final battle gauntlet run against the final boss in Shonen Jump history with a better conclusion, better than Naruto or Shaman King, it still stubbed its toe with certain parts like speedrunning Yuji's power up in the final arc like Shaman King did. But even with all that said, the final arc is still one of the best arcs of battle shonen. So good that the ending feels like coming out of a high. It still ended on a good note, even Sukuna getting just one last glaze from Gege. But because of that, Gege will never be rid of the Sukuna glazer allegations. And check out the good things about the ending or why Gege is called the Sukuna meat writer.